Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we find ourselves in Venice, Florida, looking at this gorgeous model home by Lee Wetherington Homes. This is the first time we've seen this builder on this particular channel, and I bring to you with great excitement this Haven model. Now, starting on the exterior, you see we have the wood accents as well as the stucco, really that modern look that a lot of folks are looking for out here in Florida, especially with the 2025 models that we're seeing. Now, you do have that beautiful tile roof as well that complements the home quite well. You have your 3-car garage right over here to the left, a nice size motor court as well, and just look how beautiful this home looks. Now, what's cool is they actually have a few other model homes, but I thought that this plan might serve the audience the best. And of course, all the model homes that we've seen are fantastic. Even from the Lee Wetherington, the ones that I've walked are great. This is just the first time we've actually seen this one on this channel. Now, right when you walk in, beautiful curb appeal. I'll turn you around so you can see a little bit of the community. This is on a 85-foot wide lot right here. So that just kind of gives you a gist of how massive this plan is. Now, look at when you walk into your covered front porch, you see the stucco surrounding as well, generously sized as well. So as far as the width is concerned, fantastic. You have this beautiful pendant light hanging down, and that's a massive pivot door. I know a lot of the audience really loves pivot doors. They're kind of interchanging between either a pivot door or the double front door, and this one has that one. Now, right when you walk in, you see the modern elegance. Fantastic. This is just a staple for a modern luxury home. You have this LED chandelier hanging down. You also have the pendant lights right here. Beautiful accent lightings right here underneath. Look at that. So of course, we talk about that quite often, right? The model homes, this is their showpiece, right? So they're going to go all out and really show what they can do. But the cool thing is, whether you want to, increase something or you want to decrease and just kind of, have something more minimalistic, you can certainly do that, especially with Lee Wetherington. Now, right when you walk into the great room, look how beautiful this is. We'll get to the backyard oasis a little bit later on, but you have these 16-foot, 8 inches as far as the vaulted ceilings. You have the beautiful exposed beams running from the great room to the kitchen. Look at that. You got your open concept dining area, so perfect for entertaining, right? We always talk about the epitome of open concept, and that is quite apparent in here. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so you see that walking into the kitchen, right? And we'll definitely get back to the great room. I'll make sure we don't miss any details, but I'm excited to bring to you this one because look at the beautiful pendant lights hanging down right above our massive island. You have Cambria quartz countertops. So the cool thing is, top of the line, you're going to notice that even to the wood paneling, handcrafted wood paneling throughout this home. You got your floating shelves over there, the white cabinetry with the black hardware. What's cool about this is you see that we have the white cabinetry, but you have the black painted wooden range hood right there above your range. Now, what's really neat about this one, look at this. How neat is this? You have a little pot filler for your furry friends right here. You can just go ahead and fill that up. Don't even have to worry about taking it from the sink. Now you'll also notice the Cambria quartz extends up the backsplash right here as well. Look at the counter space that you have available. Now what's impressive about this, not only do you have the monogram appliances, but look at the width inside of here. Perfect if you have 4, 5, 6 people in here prepping food, or really, just having great conversations. This is going to be a perfect place for you. Now, you are going to have the soft closing cabinetry in the drawers as well. And then look how impressive this is. So I'll just do a quick little glimpse of this so you can see how massive this is. Perfect for entertaining. Now you have the multi-gen living and the casita. You have a little bonus room as well. We'll get to that in a second, but I just want you to take a load of this. Like I said, monogram appliances, and as always, let's see what we got in here. Coke, Diet Coke, and Sprite. Not bad. Okay. So what I want to go ahead and do is take you this way, right? Because I think it flows extremely well. We'll get to the multi-gen living and the primary suite a little bit later on. Look how cool this walk-in pantry is. You got your wine fridge right there, a ton of shelving available, even on the left-hand side. You got your pendant light in here. Beautiful finishes, beautiful materials. Impressive. So you are going to see that you have the tile flooring inside of here. Right over here to the right is your powder bath. Look at your sconces. You're going to notice the high ceilings throughout here. Beautiful vanity right here. How cool is that? And then, of course, your toilet's on this end. So you got the gorgeous accents throughout as far as the accent wall. Coming over here, look at this. So this is going to be your first bedroom, of course. You got your beautiful chandelier. Now, I want to mention each bedroom inside of here fits a king size bed. So that's going to be apparent as soon as you walk in here. Got your own ensuite right there. You got your nice size nightstands. Look how massive this is. So let me know in the comments below what's your initial impressions as soon as we're walking in. Got your ensuite. Here we go. You got your walk-in shower here. The quartz countertops extends in here. Beautiful cabinetry. Of course, you got the brass spout and the faucet. You got your pendant lights hanging down right there. Look at this. Then, of course, you got your gold shower head with your shower niche as well. So really, the main thing is inside of here, you're going to notice a lot of the modern finishes, right? So especially when we go into some of these newer model homes, you're going to see that sometimes you might walk into some model homes and they might have been open for 6, 7, 8 years or so. And then it's a little different, of course, whenever you walk into some of these that are brand spanking new. So you're going to have a pocket door here. You got your built-in shelving over here to the left, the wooden racks. As you can see, walk-in closet, so generously sized, right? And you can fit your entire wardrobe in there. All right, so heading across the hallway, we're going to go to the second bedroom right here. Look at that beautiful LED chandelier. Again, the king size bed, your 2 nightstands. Look how roomy these secondary rooms are. So let me go on this side so I can just show you. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for you. Staging, fantastic. Just phenomenal job. Okay. So in here, you see that you got a nice size walk-in closet again. You got the wooden racks, the tall baseboards in here. The tile flooring extends in there. You'll notice that. Great color palette. You got the raised ceilings in here. And then you walk into your ensuite. Look at this. You got your wooden shower surround. You'll also notice you have tray ceilings in here. I don't know if I showed you up there. Let me point you up there. There we go. Very impressive. You got your pendant lights hanging down, quartz countertops, the white cabinetry with the black hardware, and then you got a window right behind that door. Okay, so I'm very happy that each bedroom fits that the king size bed. Not many, not even just necessarily model homes, but a lot of times it's custom homes that you're going to have to, you know, look at to be able to find secondary bedrooms that are going to have that much space in there. Or of course, customize it. Look at the beautiful details in the ceiling and the hallway itself. Got your large window straight ahead. That's going to be coming in from your garage. Let me just show you the utility room first and foremost. Look how massive this is. Beautiful. So you got the counters right above. Of course, your washer and dryer. You got your dog wash over there. Beautiful cabinetry. Over here, you got a like little built-in desk. You can, you know, crochet over here, do some arts and crafts or something of that nature. And then you got the chevron pattern tile right here. That farmhouse sink with that picture window there. Looks like it just started raining right now, so perfect timing. And then you can imagine, of course, over here hanging out doing the laundry. Nice size window. You got the raised ceilings in here as well. And then look how much space you have right here for your oversized washer and dryer. Wow. Love that. And then I should mention, this is going to be a pocket door right here. Okay. So heading straight over here. Now this is, of course, going to be the 3-car garage that I mentioned, right? You got a little step right there, but you got the epoxy flooring. You see they got the tankless water heater in here. Very nice size. I love that. And then right over here to the right, of course, you're gonna have a nice little storage closet that you can take advantage of. Very generously sized too. Love that. Okay. So that is this wing of the house here. Now, I know you've been longing to see that multi-gen living, so I'm excited to bring to you this one over here. So not to mention the 10-foot sliders right there. So like I said, you got 16 feet, 8 inches as far as the vaulted ceilings, and then the 10-foot high sliders that you can take advantage of. Now the handcrafted wood right here, you got the sliding door as well. And look at this, additional sliders right here, family. That indoor outdoor feel. And I want to give a huge shout out to Deborah for, of course, opening that up for us, for the audience. So you go in here, this is a bonus room. You use this as a game room, anything of that nature. You see we got the nice little drop ceilings with the cove lighting inside of there. And then you notice that little detail right there, really unique, really well thought out. And I love that. Now look how massive this room is. You can take advantage of this any time of the day. Imagine coming home from a long day of work, relaxing here. I promise you, you would not be disappointed whatsoever. All right, let's turn you around. So if you didn't want to open those up, you got this quick access door to your backyard oasis, of course. Then you head right here, you got your nice little storage closet. Turn you around, you got a pocket door separating this area, and this is a perfect mother-in-law suite. So you got your coffee bar straight ahead right here. Then of course you got your full bathroom right over here to the right. Why not? We're already here. Let's see this. Got your tray ceilings, of course. Your walk-in shower. You got your nice little shower niche there. Then you're right here. You got the black quartz countertops, the pendant lights hanging down. Also know, of course, the sconces. Love the materials that we're seeing. Then you walk over here and look at this, family. So you got the tray ceilings with the cove lighting in there. Massive window straight ahead. Of course, the window is where you can egress. And then look at that. And I'm glad that they added the king size beds in here. So really that gives you a better feel of the room sizes. And that way you didn't have to just take my word for it, right? You got your pendant lights hanging down. Because I don't want you to think, well, how do I know they can fit a king size bed? Or, that's what they say, but is it practical? And of course you see it certainly is. Look how much walk room you have available. And I love that. All right. So you got one closet here. Don't even worry, because right over here to the right, you have the walk-in closet here. Let me get the lights on for you. Automatic. Got the wooden shelving in here, tall baseboards again. So if that closet doesn't do justice for you, you go ahead and right there. And also I love to mention here, of course you got the accent lighting right underneath the shelving, but you also have a beverage fridge right there and a sink, quartz countertops. Love what I'm seeing. So far I'm giving this one a 10. Hopefully you agree. Okay, so that was the multi-gen living, of course. Right over here to the right, we just come from that wing. Now look how neat this is. You got your glass enclosed study here. Look how beautiful this is. So you walk in and look how nicely sized this is. You got the tall baseboards, perfect view, of course, of your front yard and your motor court. You head up here, you see you got the tray ceilings, of course, with the exposed beams as well. And look how massive this room is. So each room that we've been in, you see how much space you have available. You even got, of course, the little nice little racks right there with your, decor and things like that. But then also look at this. You got the double door right here. That's interesting. Haven't seen that before, but nice little detail. And then, like I mentioned, before we head to the primary suite, of course, I want you to see that beautiful fireplace right there. You got your built-ins right over there to the left. You see the wood paneling extends all the way to the ceiling. Love the length of that. Looks like close to a 60-inch linear as far as the fireplace itself. But I love how beautiful this is. Of course, you got your backyard oasis. Okay, so head into your primary suite. You got your double doors right over here. To the right, of course, is going to be your primary bath. Let's go ahead and take a look right over here to the left first and foremost. So as soon as you enter, you feel the ambiance. This is exactly what I like to see. You got your drop ceilings as well. And then look how massive this room is. I love what I'm seeing. You got your pendant lights hanging down right above your nightstands. Those are the size of dressers, how massive it is. Then over here, look, you have so much room, you can fit an additional 2 dressers. If you need that, if you don't, of course, you can go ahead and eliminate 1 or 2, right? And then you even have so much room, you can even fit an additional sitting area right over here. But look how beautiful this looks, family. Love that king size bed. Love the space that you get. Love the walk room, the tall baseboards. This is a primary suite. I mean, whenever you say primary suite, this is probably what comes to mind, right? Not to mention, right over here, you got the his and hers closet. So right here, of course, is our his closet. You got the pocket door right here separating that. You got the soft closing drawers as well. You already got your racks available. Looks like up there you can fit some additional storage if you wanted to. Maybe your suitcases, the luggage and all that good jazz. But you got the white shelving in here. And then you head over here, and of course, you got the hers closets. Again, another pocket door right there. You already got your mirror with your built-in countertops. And look at that, extends back here, family. Love that. So you got your accent lighting, you got recessed lights as well. Now, I love the glass paneling in here. So of course you're gonna put your most valuable wardrobe right over there and over there. Then if you close that, you got your mirror again. So mirrors from all angles. You'll not have to worry about finding a place to make sure you are presentable. You're definitely gonna be able to do that. You got the accent lighting underneath there. Plenty of space for your entire shoe collection, which I know you can appreciate. And then you come out here, of course, you got some more pendant lights hanging down. And then a beautiful painting right there. Nice staple to the property. Come straight over here before we see what we're working with as far as the freestanding tub. You got your water closet right over there to the left. Right over here to the right, that's your storage closet, or where you can store your towels and linens and things like that. And then look at this. Wow. Love that. So you got the handcrafted wood right there, right? So lifted the freestanding tub there. You got the windows, of course, and then that extends all the way to the ceiling. So beautiful, impressive details. Got a little recessed area right there with a built-in glass shelf. And then you head over here to the right. You see, you got the floating vanity, quartz countertops, modern sconces on both sides, or at least both mirrors. So you have a total of 4 of those. His and her sinks, the custom cabinetry. What more could you ask for in a home, right? Then you got the double glass doors heading into your walk-in shower, family. Love that we have dual shower heads. Got that oversized shower niche, not on the right side only, but also on the left side. And if that isn't enough, you have 2 shower wands. Goodness gracious. And even look at the detail here. Got some accent lighting right underneath there. First time I think I've seen that inside of a shower niche. I like that. Then of course you got the stone shower flooring. Very impressive. I hope this has exceeded your expectations, because I'll tell you what, my mind is certainly blown. Great job. And again, the builder is Lee Wetherington Homes. And then imagine walking out here and of course heading to your backyard oasis. So like I mentioned, you can open up these 10-foot sliders here. You head to the covered backyard patio. Beautiful. You got your tray ceilings with the cove lighting again in there. You got some sconces on the right side. And I want to head on this angle for you so that way you can see the full scope of this. Now, this is probably where you're going to spend the majority of your time. If you're anything like me, right? Because you can go out there, cook any time of the day, cook some T-bone, some tomahawk steaks, and then you have the entire family over there. You already got your built-in pool. You got your enclosed area, so you don't have to worry about the mosquitoes or anything like that. And then, of course, a lakefront property. Goodness gracious. Now, there are some lots still available. Of course, you want to reach out to make sure that you are certainly getting taken care of. Now, you also have this like nice little open concept, dining area right here. You want to take advantage of that. You come over here, you got your built-in grill. You already got your stainless steel range right above that. Coyote grill. Nice custom cabinetry. Love the countertops. Goodness, can you imagine having this view every single day? You would not be disappointed. And then you got the breakfast bar right here for the island. And that waterfall, wow, that's like white noise. Ever since I've had kids, I have to listen to white noise every night to fall asleep, and it's like a habit now, so I would definitely fall asleep there. And then, of course, this is the view of the entire property. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful model home tour. Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we find ourselves in Brooksville, Florida, looking at this beautiful model home by Perry Homes, and I can't wait for you to see this one. Now, we have seen Perry Homes quite a bit on this channel out in Texas, and this is the very first time we've seen them here in Florida. Now, starting on the exterior, you see that we have the stacked stone. You also have the stucco surrounding. You have a metal roof and a composition roof. Love the amount of space that you have available. Now, this is a model home, like I mentioned, and it's not for sale, but there is other home plans that are very similar to this in this community that you can take advantage of. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, look at the landscaping. You see that we have plenty of curb appeal, and then look at the covered front porch that you get right here. Wow. So you have the beautiful outdoor lanterns. You have the wood ceiling right here. Plenty of space out here just to kind of hang out with the entire family. Then you have the double front door, as you can see, and then wait till you get inside. All right. So as soon as you enter inside the foyer, first thing you see is that we do have the tray ceilings with the cove lighting. Love that they added the molding as well. Then over here to the right, you see that we have the stacked stone continuing here. So you have more of that accent wall, and I love the neutral colors. They've done a fantastic job. Now you will see that we have the white oak flooring in here. Right over here to the left, look at this large study. Very impressive. You have 15-foot ceilings. You already have your built-ins in place, and you can obviously see that we have the brass hardware. Love the color. Really does a great job of just complementing the entire house. So you see the white oak floors extends in here. What's interesting is that a lot of times what we used to see is that they had the ceramic wood-like tile. That was kind of, Perry Homes' thing. And then you're coming out here, we're starting to see that white oak flooring that a lot of folks are loving, right? Especially going into 2025, that's what you want. You really want to keep up with the trends. And then you see that we have the French doors with the glass panes as well. So continuing down this hallway right over here. So this is going to be perfect for a guest suite. You're already going to have your own closet as well as your ensuite. But look at this. Wow. So in here, you're going to have 11-foot ceilings, but I love how spacious and open it is. You can see our beautiful pendant lights hanging right above our night tables. And look how spacious this is. So that's a queen bed, the two nightstands, your dresser over there. So Plenty of room that you get to take advantage of. I love that. And then they've done a great job in the decor. You know, Perry Homes, they've always done such a fantastic job of furnishing their models. Very impressive. Okay, so going inside here, you see that we have that champagne bronze shower head as well as the shower valve. You got your little shower niche that you can take advantage of. And here we're going to have the quartz countertops. You have that champagne bronze spout and then the wooden mirror frame. Look how sleek and beautiful that looks. Such a great job. And then coming out here, you got your nice walk-in closet. Okay, so the white oak flooring even extends inside of there as far as the closets. So love that. And then of course right here we have coat closet. But the coolest part is how grand this room is. Look at this. Very impressive. So we have the exposed wooden beam running from the great room all the way to the living room. But let's start over here inside of the great room. Love the arch theme that we have up there. You have the beautiful shelving with the accent lighting right underneath. Then on the backsplash, you see that we have that stacked stone complementing the entire room. Look at that. So we saw that from the exterior to the interior. You even have the quartz countertops, your built-in cabinetry, plenty of space available. And then look at that beautiful chandelier hanging down right there. Just look how perfect this is. For entertaining, this is something that you would want to take advantage of every day. Comment below if you would. Love that. So then you obviously see that we have the open concept dining area as well. You already got your built-in dry bar over there with your wine cooler, but then heading inside of the kitchen, look at this. So you got the waterfall quartz countertops. You see that we have the stacked cabinetry on top with the cabinet crowns. You have the two-tone cabinetry material, then the quartz backsplash, as you can see. Look at the oversized island. Wow, very impressive. Beautiful pendant light hanging down. Can you imagine hanging out here every single day? You got the 6-burner grill. Look at this. So you see that we have the cafe appliances. Then, like I said, the two-tone cabinetry. But then if you walk in here, you see we have all the wooden shelving that you need as far as for your pantry is concerned. So let me know if this is plenty of space for you, if you can make do with that. But then you see that we have the cafe built-in oven over there. Got your stainless steel refrigerator. Look at this. Doing dishes in here, hanging out, having a good time. You can't get much better than that, I'm telling you. Okay. So you do have the sliders in the great room. Now this is a game room. This is what they designated on the floor plan. As you can see, we have the tray ceilings with the cove lighting again. Look how beautiful this is. So you got your picture windows. Look at that backyard. Look how relaxing that is. That's, you know, when you think of Florida, this is the epitome of that. But so you can have this as a game room if you wanted to have this as a media area or just, you know, a hangout spot, common space. You can have that. Really, the possibilities are endless. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take you over here to the primary suite because I know you want to see that. And then we'll obviously take a look at back there so that way you can see the garage. The garage is a sales office, but you can convert it into, that will be converted into the garage. But look at this. Okay, so you got your full primary suite, massive. Got the tray ceilings with the cove lighting again. Beautiful chandelier hanging down. You see that that's our king size bed right there, 2 nightstands. You got your accent wall right here. Great color palette in here. But let me do a full pan so you can get the full gist of this entire room. Okay. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this entire floor plan so far. Is this something that you could see yourself living in? Like I said, it's a 3368. So that's approximately the square footage inside of this house. So you got your first closet here. The cool thing is you do have your his and hers closet. So if you want to build this plan or something similar to this, you can take advantage of that. And then look at this one. So this one, you have so much more room over here. Look how. So let me know what you think about the wooden racks. So, you know, I've gotten a lot of comments as far as the wire racks not being the best, you know, and most of the time we see the chrome racks, but I'm seeing the wooden racks. That's new. You got your water closet right over here. A storage closet right over here to the left. And then of course, look at this. Not bad. Very beautiful. You see, we have the, look at those pendant lights hanging down. Oh my goodness. So you got the super shower with a soaker tub. Now that is separated, but it's a freestanding tub. And if you've seen Perry Homes, oftentimes we had seen it being built in. So I appreciate the fact that we have a freestanding tub, but look how gorgeous and grand these materials are. And then you see on top, we have the tray ceilings as well. Just get you a little bit of a close up. Very stunning. Loving what I'm seeing right now. And then of course, I'll get you inside of the shower because why not, right? So you got your rain shower head. You got another shower head right over there. You possibly add, add another for, the dual shower head. That might work best for how big the shower is right here, but you got your nice shower bench there. You got a little niche over there and you are good to go. And then also look at this little pattern that you have here. So you got the white oak with the tiling inside of there. So real grand. You open up the French doors and head straight into that ensuite, and that's a perfect view. Okay. So you can kind of see what you get right there. Now this is going to be a full bathroom as well. Right here, this will be more of like that shared bathroom. You have the quartz countertops and you see that we have the same cabinetry material. Look at that. Love the materials. I'm loving exactly what I'm seeing. They've done just such a great job of curating everything in here. Even just the sconce right above our mirror frame with the wooden mirror frame. Wow. And then you can obviously see right where our foyer would be. Okay, so as promised, let's get you over here so you can see the rest of this floor plan. So you're gonna have the utility room right off here. As you can see, you already got the cabinetry in here with the inset cabinets. Look how much space you have. This is an oversized washer and dryer. Look how much space you still have available. So you already got your sink over here, the champagne bras, and then additional counter space you get to take advantage of. And look, I'll even open up some of these cabinets. I know we haven't. So this is a model home. They've hosted parties and things like that, but they are going to be soft closing. So that's something to keep in mind. But I love that. And this is the GE washer and dryers. And then the white oak flooring extends in here as well. So heading in here, so they have this one. This would be a bedroom, but of course this is a model home. So they hosted it more of like an arts and craft room or something of that nature, but it is going to have its own ensuite. And then over there to the left, that would end up being the closet. So right here would be the closet. They already have the built-in. So whenever they do decide to sell this off, let's say, 5-10 years down the road, if they do, then they would just convert that back to a closet. But this particular bedroom here, you're going to have a 14 by 11, and the same thing with the other bedrooms, so 14 by 11. The first one that we've seen that was more of like the guest suite, that was going to be a 14 by 13, and the primary bedroom was an 18 by 14. So hopefully that gives you more perspective. If I said that too fast, you can just go ahead and rewind that. But look at this. So you got your shower tub combo inside of here, but they do have the hexagon tiling down there. The quartz countertops. Got your sconce right above that. So very impressive. And then of course the white oak flooring extends in here. So, and then if you were to build this one or, get an inventory, that really just depends if you decide to end up getting the carpet inside of the bedrooms, etc. And then this will be your fourth and final bedroom right here. As you can see, you have a ton of space in here. This one actually looked a little bit bigger than the other one that we just seen. Perhaps it was because that little island in there. But I love that we have our little accent wall here. Look at that. You got your pendant lights hanging down right above your nightstands. It's a little busy in here today. I apologize about that. Got your walk-in closet here, as you can see. The white oak flooring. And then last but not least, you got your ensuite. So this one had the shower tub combo. I appreciate that they changed it up with the materials as far as the different tiling and things like that. Now in here, instead of the white quartz, you got the black quartz and then the black hardware. So really just kind of gives you a plan, or at least, an idea of what makes the most sense for you and stuff. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And of course, like I said, this would be your open mud area. Straight ahead would be your 3-car garage. And of course, you got your closet right here. Most likely it would be a coat closet. You already got your hooks and everything right there, and certainly good to go. All right. And last but not least, let's get you outside so that way you can see the backyard oasis that I know you've been peeking about. All right. Wow. That is what I'm talking about. So look at this, family. So you already got your built-in grill, as you can see. You already got your sink. You got granite countertops out here. But look at this. You got the vaulted ceilings that extends out here with the exposed beams. Then you see that the slider opens up from the game room. The sliders open up from the great room as well. Look at this oversized outdoor dining table. You have so much space. Now this lot is a little bit bigger than 80 foot because that's most of the sections out here, just so they can fit this oasis. But they have 80-foot products out here and possibly more depending on what you want to do with your backyard too. When I was talking to the sales rep, he was informing me about that, which I certainly appreciate. But wow, look how relaxing this pool looks right here. I love that it's already fenced in. You can see that we have the iron fence. You got your spa, nice large pool. You even have plenty of additional space back here, so if you wanted to have that more tranquil feel. Right over here, you got your putt golf, or the putt. We call it putt, that's what we call it, but a little turf over here that you can take advantage of. And of course, right here, got your pergola. All right. And other than that, family, that was another beautiful property tour.